Another exec producer was Kris Jenner. Just quickly, who does work harder, the devil or Kris Jenner? I'm sure you've seen that meme.
She's a hard-working woman.
Yeah.
You said Kim has also got an incredible work ethic.
Incredible.
I mean, you all do. Yeah.
She's a wonderful multitasker.
God, I love my job.
I tell my clients every day, you never really know a person. It's just a trap.
You said last night that it was aspirational, it was described as juicy. What other one word are you attributing to the show?
Oh, powerful, sexy, funny,
Fashion.
smart.
Glam, yeah.
Yeah, glam. It's
Yeah.
high glam.
And kind of high camp.
Yeah.
it's
There's
just-
so much fun to be had. Yeah, there's some far-fetched situations too.
I think the fun is in the chaos, you know. That's where you find the nuances of these women is, you know, you are one thing in the boardroom and another thing in the bedroom.
There's a lot of bedroom action, isn't there?
Yes.
And why not?
You can do both. You said Kim has also got an incredible work ethic.
Incredible.
I mean, you all do. Yeah.
She's a wonderful multitasker.
How's your multitasking?
Mine?
Yeah.
Fabulous. I'm a woman.
Exactly.
You know we can do multiple
We all
things
do,
at once.
but Kim definitely, you know, watching her in a new job, she's learning a new job basically when she's got her flashcards out, she's FaceTiming the kids, checking on homework and
Running a
food,
business.
running a business, doing all that and not sweating a bead of sweat. Well, I didn't say that very well. She's very poised.
You're
It's
all
impressive.
poised. There's a nice generosity, it seems, within the cast.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like you all kind of genuinely got on, and there are
Yes.
other shows where that maybe isn't always the case.
Yeah.
There's a line in the episode we saw last night where someone says, strong women intimidate weak men. Now, our news organisation is watched predominantly by young women who I imagine hear things like that quite a lot. Firstly, is it true? And secondly, what would your message be to young women who just don't get it? Like, why are they intimidating blokes? Or what's your message to blokes who are intimidated by women?
Want that one?
I just feel like, you know, you can't control how somebody else feels or thinks. What you have to do is be the best version of you every single day. You know what I mean? Your only competition is who you were yesterday. You know what I mean? And so leaning into how somebody else sees you is just a recipe for disaster to me.
You agree?
Yeah, it's going to be your undoing if you're too focused on that. But it does come with being young. I think a lot of women think that way. They think, how should I behave to please that man? Or, I mean, it can be non-gender related as well, actually. But yes, women have been taught to people please and shrink, and you know, in honor of the man's insecurity. And I think as you get older, you stop playing that game.
Because your characters proudly take up space. They're kind of unapologetic about kind of who they are, the success that they have, the riches they have, their beauty. And there's kind of something interesting about it being kind of a more, like, those characters are further into their careers than the legal secretary, the Tiana Taylor character, who's kind of figuring it all out. Is that kind of is that kind of an empowering message that you wanted to send?
I just think that it works, you know. You know, because sometimes society might tell you you're not valuable after a certain age. These women have add value not only to each other, their clients, but also their community. So I just think, you know, that's what the focus really is or should be.
Okay, you've both alluded to the fashion, which has kind of taken on a life of its own. I know you're not massively plugged into meme culture, but the outfits, the wardrobes, it's kind of really having a moment online. How does that work? When did you start talking about wardrobes? And then I've got more questions about clothes.
In this case, we knew the fashion was going to be high on the list of priorities, and we were all up for it. That said, it can be intimidating. It can be a lot because sometimes, you know, when you have to look good at all times, you know, you have to think about that a lot. Like, does this fit right? Am I moving right in it? It can be overwhelming. Sometimes it's good to just be in a sack.
That could be your next role.
I just feel like we all played a part in trying to figure out the look of our characters. because that's so important that you feel like this is something this character would wear. You know what I mean? My character is a former private investigator. Well, she still is a private investigator as well as an attorney. So a nod to that, like she loves to wear a hat, a fedora, a turban, something, I feel like that is part of what makes her a little extra. You know what I mean? She loves to be extra.
What was the favorite thing you both wore?
I love the looks that we all wore when we traveled on the private jet. Like anytime we're on the jet, I feel like we look fabulous. We even had like almost like a pajama party on the jet, and even those looks were out of this world.
It's hard not to serve when you're on a private jet, maybe.
It is very hard not to serve.
What was yours?
I'm a big shoe person. I love really good shoes. And the shoes didn't get enough of, on TV, they barely do big shots. So, yeah, I would have liked to have walked off with a few of those boots and shoes.
The tagline on the show is never settle. What are you both never settling for?
I am never settling for other people trying to mind my business.
Yeah.
Worry about yourself.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, judgment. I suppose that's in what you say as well. I don't need your opinion.
No.
Yeah.
We don't. Final thing, a bit of a fun one. I'm just going to name some famous lawyers, and I'd love to know if you think that they would get a job at your firm or not, okay? Do you want to hire Miranda Hobbs from Sex and the City?
Yes.
She'd fit in?
She'd fit in, yeah.
Elle Woods, she's Legally Blonde.
Oh, yes.
I sense you might say this to everyone. Erin Brockovich?
Definitely.
Yes.
Annalise Keating?
Oh, Annalise. That's How to Get Away with Murder, Viola.
Oh, God.
Yes.
Yeah. Ally McBeal? She was a little neurotic.
Yes.
Yes.
Callista Flockhart.
Yes.
Yes.
Meghan Markle, Rachel Zane from Suits. She was a paralegal.
I haven't seen that one.
I haven't seen Suits either.
Okay. And then Atticus Finch, finally, the world's greatest lawyer from To Kill a Mockingbird.
Oh.
No.
You're not having him?
No.
He's a man, I suppose. He doesn't.
There you go.